So we're here to talk about today about all the stuff that you need for triathlon. It obviously is a bit of more of an investment than say running, because you need a lot more things. And so it's just sort of like a look at all the things I have and maybe some of the things you might not have thought that you might need. First things first is the bike. I lucked out actually and got this bike used on Kijiji, and it's been really good to me. So I always recommend checking that kind of stuff out. You don't have to start with, these are the clip-on pedals, and they require shoes. These are actually apparently mountain bike shoes. I just bought them because they were the cheapest ones. They're also really messy because I used them today and I didn't do anything after that. Anyways, these ones, so you clip into them and you get a bunch more speed by having your feet clipped in, but you can also just have regular pedals. And when I first started, I had just sort of like the cage, the plastic cage thing that you just put your normal shoes into. So if you're not comfortable clipping in, because it can be pretty intimidating, I know I was really scared of it. I didn't clip in for a really long time, but then I finally bit the bullet and went for that. Okay, so we got more stuff. Bike helmet, that's a given. I really wanted to just throw it. Anyways, make sure your helmet is not old. The styrofoam, it's like, it doesn't have you have to make sure it's new. Your head is important. This is like my duffel bag that mainly holds all of the weird stuff that doesn't have a place in my house. Body Glide, super important. So this is specifically anti-blister and chafing balm. So I use this when I was running marathons too. You want to put this anywhere where you think your clothes might rub, or will they?
Like your butt, Mari?
Yeah, like
put it on your butt?
Actually, I don't really. I know some people do, but definitely underneath your armpits, like where your bra might rub, for the wetsuit. To get it off quicker, you want to put it on your wrists and on your ankles and on your neck, because you can get, oops, sorry, microphone. You can definitely get some chafing back there. And yeah, anywhere, if you think you might chafe, just put it on there. It's just fine. It's basically like a Vaseline stick. You could also use Vaseline, but I kind of like the ease of the stick. Wetsuit, obviously. This is a slick new wetsuit that I actually won as a door prize, which is amazing. Wetsuits are a beast to get into, but they're so worth it. They make you so much more buoyant, so they're awesome. Ugh, I'm making a mess. This is the wetsuit bag. Has its own dedicated bag. Swim cap. You want to keep your hair in. Even guys wear them too. Actually, in a race, everyone has to wear them because it's a safety issue to see where you are. So you'll get them at the race, and it's good to invest in maybe your own so you can get used to it, but you have to wear the race given ones on race day. What do we got over here? Bike gloves. You know, those are kind of like, if it's not very nice out or colder, I don't really use those in the summer, but you could. Hat. I think it's really important to be sun conscious. Like, I get really worried about skin cancer, and I think it's I know you're laughing at me right now, but I do. It's a really important thing, because people who are active and outdoors have a higher risk of skin cancer, and I think it's really important to wear a hat, and it helps you keep cool, and also wear sunscreen. I do pretty much all the time, and I still get really bad tan lines. Don't know if you can see that, but it helps. So those things are important. This is called a personal item belt or a fanny pack, but basically you can wear that around your waist, and this fits like, it doesn't look very big, but it could fit like, well, both of my fists would fit in there. It's a weird kind of way to put it, but like your phone could go in there, you could put your gels in there if you're running, you could put whatever you want, treats, whatever. Shoes, I just got these new guys. I'm really excited about it. Which I don't have on here, which I just realized is my tri laces. So they're basically elastic laces that clip onto themselves. So you never have to do up your laces. You just slip your foot in. And if you're like me, which is sort of what I am, is like me, you run barefoot if you could, if you're doing a shorter distance, so Olympic or shorter, so that you'll have your feet barefoot in the bike shoes and then your feet barefoot in this guy. It saves you probably 3.5 seconds. Towel, that's a thing you need sometimes. Okay, these look weird, but they're so helpful. So if it's sort of cold out, but not really all that cold out, and you don't want to put on an extra layer, you get these guys, they're sleeves. And then the sweet thing is about this, if it warms up, then all you gotta do is just roll them down. Or like, you know, 3/4 length, or like, you know, you can kind of do that. Just sort of a weird thing to want your elbow warm, but you know, you get your choices. So those are awesome. Another swim cap. What else we got in here? Oh, this is a good tool. This is my heart rate monitor and GPS watch, which go together. So this guy here on the back is like, well, I don't know the sciencey terms, but this plastic part is basically a conductor to your skin, and you have to get it wet, and sometimes people lick it, and I won't show you that because it's kind of weird, but you could lick it. It's only going on your own body. And then this part is like the transmitter. So you wear that underneath your clothes next to your skin, and that transmits your heart rate to your watch, which is really important, a training tool, because using your heart rate zones, you can train much more efficiently, and I feel like that's been a huge thing in my training this year. This watch also, it does everything. You can wear it in the water, you can wear it for biking, it tells you how fast you're going, how far you've gone. It's basically, honestly, I don't even know all the things it does. It's really great.
Does it tell the time?
Yeah, if you push the right combination of buttons, it tells the time, but I'm not really sure on that combination, so I don't usually tell time for it. Okay, so these guys are hand paddles. These are used for training only, in swimming, not in biking, believe it or not. And actually these were like given to me by this woman I met in swimming named Carol, who's really sweet, and she noticed one day that I didn't have my own, and she just gave me her extra ones, which is awesome. Anyways, so it helps you get more resistance when you're pulling and strengthens your arm muscles basically, and it looks kind of like...
Also makes you feel like Wolverine?
Yeah, kind of like... Anyway, so those are those. What else we got here? Sunglasses. These are like the real sporty type. Well, they're really dirty. I usually like to just wear normal sunglasses when I ride, but when I race, I'll wear the serious ones so people know I'm serious. Oh, that's not good. These goggles are, I think they're just unhinged. They're not broken. Goggles. So these ones are sweet, and they want to get something that's reflective like that, because in the pool you don't need to worry about it, but if you're going to do a race in open water, you want something, if it's sunny, that you won't be blinded, because it's really bright on the water. Also too, something that I probably have somewhere, but I don't know where, is like, I really want to find it. I don't think I can. So there are these little packages, they're called foggies, and they're these little, I don't know, like they look like wet wipes, I guess, and you just wipe the inside of your goggles and helps them not fog up when you're out there working hard, because it can be pretty awful when you can't see anything. Also, you can make sure you get goggles with a good fit, because one time in my very first triathlon in Hawaii, the one goggle like wouldn't fit on my eye for some reason, only on race day, so I kind of raced the whole thing like a pirate, like with one eye closed in salt water. It was pretty awful. But I did see a turtle, so that was sweet. Okay, what else we got here? Oh, baby powder. If you're gonna wear socks, you could put that in your socks beforehand. Helps them get on easier. Oh, here's a good thing. This is also a very specific item. This is a race belt. So when you go to a race, you get your bib with your number, and it has little holes in the top and bottom for safety pins if you don't have a race belt. But if you have a race belt, you just clip that guy on, and then you can take those things off and it clips your number on, which is good, because if you wanted to change your clothes for some reason, which ideally you're not going to want to, you could just take that off and put it on. Also, oftentimes you need to have your number in the back for the bike and number in the front for the run. So that way you don't waste time pinning and unpinning. This is what a tire tube looks like when you sort of just let it get out of control. I feel like this is a symbol for my life or something, but there you go, that's also the strap for the bag. We're getting to the end of things in here, the end of useful things, really. There's a lot of junk.
So let me ask you.
Yeah.
What is the one piece of equipment that you wish you had chosen better before your first triathlon?
Goggles, because of the pirate eye thing. But also I wish I had been brave enough to try the clip-in pedals beforehand. Just because once I got used to them, which wasn't that long, they're so much more fun, and they're actually not hard, and they're not intimidating.